Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back to News Dose, and as we enter the holiday period, fans can celebrate because it appears that PlayStation is going to make a pretty big move that will potentially shift a lot of units this holiday, albeit there might be a caveat involved. This was actually revealed through a leak, so we're going to get into all of that today. Plus an update for an upcoming Xbox console exclusive. They just revealed some new details, so do make sure to stay tuned for all of that as well. Now, before we get started though, make sure to hit that subscribe button. There's still about 50% of you that currently aren't subscribed, and if you like these daily gaming news updates, then join in on all the fun by hitting those buttons below. With that said, though, let's just go and jump right into things, starting off with the PS5 exclusive Stellar Blade. This has actually been one of Sony's most high-profile 2024 exclusives, but it is technically a third-party partnership developed by a Korean studio, Shift Up. So there is a chance that it could eventually move on over to other platforms, and well, now today, I'm happy to say that a PC port has officially been confirmed. Shift Up announced that it will get a PC release in 2025, including both Steam and the Epic Games Store. Now, currently, we don't have a more specific release window than just a simple 2025 date, but according to them, they do have high expectations for the PC version. They said, "We are aiming for a launch in 2025. Considering the recent trends such as Steam's growing share of the AAA game market and the global success of Black Myth Wukong, we expect to see more success on PC than consoles." Now, I'm a little bit skeptical of that just because this is a staggered PC release, and a lot of times when we see a delayed PC port, there isn't that same success as if they would have launched it simultaneously across both platforms on day one. So I think they might have made a mistake by agreeing to a full PS5 exclusive for its first year, but I mean, I could be wrong. At the end of the day, Stellar Blade is a very good game, and we'll see how it fares on PC when it releases next year. I think that it'll at least give it a big-time boost, and it'll be successful for them. I'm not necessarily sure if it will eclipse the PlayStation 5 version, but at the same time, I think what Shift Up said should kind of echo across the game industry. You might want to think about PC support on day one when the hype is at its highest, rather than doing a staggered release schedule. I mean, look at something like Final Fantasy 16 as one such example. I feel like it would have had so much more success on PC if it would have just released alongside the PlayStation 5 version day one. Now, sticking with the PC side of things, though, Valve just announced a new limited edition white Steam Deck OLED version. You can see here where Valve said Steam Deck OLED limited edition white will be available worldwide on November 18th, 2024 at 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. This model will cost $679, which is $30 higher than the original, and will be available in all Steam Deck shipping regions, including Japan, South Korea, Taiwan, and Hong Kong via Komodo. So, I mean, this isn't necessarily groundbreaking or anything like that. There's no upgrade compared to the standard OLED model. It's exactly the same, but with a different color scheme. But it is another option, and I will say that because this is a limited edition version, theoretically, it should hold its price better over time. Let's just kind of say in a few years you decide to sell your Steam Deck on the secondhand market to maybe pay for the Steam Deck successor. Well, I would think that the white version could be sold for a higher price, again, just because it's a more limited item. Now, that's just my prediction. I could be wrong. But at the end of the day, as long as you prefer that white and gray appearance, then this might be a fun option to pick up this holiday. Now, for anybody who enjoys Devil May Cry or Dragon's Dogma, an interesting turn of events just got announced. The Devil May Cry and Dragon's Dogma director, Hideki Itsuno, left Capcom back in the month of August, and now we know the reason why. Tencent just announced his hire to lead their new Japanese-based studio, Lightspeed Studios. As a part of the announcement, Itsuno said, "Joining Lightspeed Studios is an exciting new chapter for me. With Lightspeed's strong development capability and global network, I look forward to creating original AAA action game titles together with the amazing team and building aesthetic and innovative experiences for the global player community." So he's already confirmed that they're going to make an original AAA action game, which, that fits his portfolio perfectly. Devil May Cry is quite literally one of the most beloved hack and slash franchises ever made, and he's been a pivotal part for that series since Devil May Cry 3. He was the director for the last 3 installments. And I mean, he also just released Dragon's Dogma 2 earlier this year. Dragon's Dogma 2 might have had some performance issues, but outside of that, it's an incredible RPG. So, I mean, if he can continue with the same high quality as he has with his past couple of games, then Lightspeed Studio could actually be worth keeping an eye on. Okay, so let's go and shift on over to some PlayStation news because they just leaked their own advertisement for their PlayStation 5 holiday deal. Of course, we should hear about the various Black Friday deals over the next few weeks, and I'll keep you updated as we hear more about those, but seemingly, PlayStation accidentally revealed their discount just a little bit early, and this could end up being a very popular option. In their new advertisement that was originally posted on YouTube, it has since been taken down, but as we kind of know, the internet does not miss things, nor does it forget. So, this leak revealed that they're going to slash the price for their digital PlayStation 5 model by $70, which means that you'll be able to get it for $380, which is down from its usual $450 price tag. That's actually a pretty nice discount, all things considered, and it looks like it will go live on November 22nd, and that it'll run through December 24th. So, I mean, if you're on the fence for a PS5 this holiday, then you might want to go and wait for that discount on November 22nd. This could be a pretty good opportunity to jump into the PlayStation 5 ecosystem at a more affordable price. However, the one strange part about this discount is that so far, they haven't announced a discount for the disc-based model. So currently, it appears that the disc-based version will still remain at its $500 price tag, and I mean, technically, you can still get the PS5 Slim digital and its disc drive add-on as a separate purchase, and it'll still come out at a lower price, though it won't be quite as good of a discount as the PS5 Slim digital on its own. It'll instead save you just $40 as opposed to $70. Even more so, I think it's worth mentioning that right now, it is difficult to find a PS5 disc drive that's actually in stock. Ever since the announcement for the PlayStation 5 Pro, those things have been flying off shelves, and now we even have scalpers that are trying to take advantage of that. If you look over on places like eBay, they are going well above market price. And I think this discount could actually add further chaos to that problem. I mean, hopefully they'll fix its stock shortages sometime here soon, but if Sony were to just discount, both models in the first place, well then, consumers would be able to choose which one they prefer day one rather than having to worry about finding its disc drive separately. However, it's important to keep in mind that they took this advertisement down, so there is still some hope here that when they do re-announce it, that it'll include both models. So kind of crossing my fingers for all that because this is a pretty good holiday discount and I'd like to see both options be treated equally. Now, speaking of deleting things, IGN found themselves in a bit of hot water this morning, which really isn't all that uncommon anymore. They've definitely drawn a lot of scrutiny to themselves as of late, but this time for an upcoming Xbox console exclusive, South of Midnight. This is from one of Xbox's newest studios, Compulsion Games, which if you're unaware of who they are, they previously worked on Contrast and We Happy Few. Now, their games tend to have unique settings and ideas, and South of Midnight, I'd say, seems to be continuing on with that trend. South of Midnight focuses on Southern culture, which is not something that we really see a lot in video games, and even the animations itself are very different compared to other games. It's got an almost stop-motion appearance to it, but other than that, there's still a lot of unknowns for this game. Well, today they answered some questions as they just launched a 30-minute documentary, which I'll go ahead and link below if you want to watch the full video. And they revealed some new key details, which also contradicts what IGN had recently posted. Previously, IGN claimed that South of Midnight is a 10-hour-long game, but according to Compulsion Games, that's not true after all. According to South of Midnight's director, its single-player campaign will run you anywhere between 15 to 20 hours. That's actually much longer than what I was expecting. Definitely seems to be a beefy campaign. But yeah, if you saw that IGN post, you can just kind of disregard what they said. It appears to be 15 to 20 hours long. Now, the other important bit of information that they gave, and to me this actually matters a lot more, they confirmed that they are targeting 60 frames per second. Previously, there was some concern that it was only going to be 30 frames per second, and I think some of that comes from its animations. Like I said, it's very unique, and it might come off as maybe a little jarring for some people. I mean, if anything, I think it's an interesting choice, and it definitely gives it its own personality. You don't really see games look like this, and I mean, we'll see how it turns out. But I definitely think that it's shaping up to be a creative and unique game for 2025. Let me know, though. Are you excited for South of Midnight? Have you liked what you've seen from it so far? Or are you a little bit more on the skeptical side of things? Let me know in the comments below. Anyways, though, that's going to be it for this episode. But until next time, make sure to hit that subscribe button and peace out.